What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sending Off Sports. I'm Andrew Shatter. I'm joined today by two of my good friends from middle school. I got Rafael and I got Vincent, and we're going to talk today mainly about Jets talk, because, you know, I'm a Giants fan, but we have our residential Jets expert over here to talk about Darnold, season predictions, and just like how the team is going to shape up this year.
It's our year.
With our NBA guy, we're going to talk about season predictions for some of the big awards: MVP, DPOY, Most Improved, Best Coach, Sixth Man, and the Rookie of the Year. So let's start. Vincent, talk to me about the Jets. Talk to me about Darnold. Overall, how do you think the season's going to play out?
Jets, I mean, it's our year. When I say that, I mean we make it to the wild card playoffs, but
You think?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're smart, they can make it to the playoffs. They don't have wide receivers, anybody special. They don't have anybody special at quarterback. They don't have an offensive line.
You have Terrell Pryor, you know.
You got Terrell Pryor, so he'll flinch every 5 seconds. He'll make it 5 yards down the field.
True.
But they have 3 or 4 wide receivers that are coming back this year, and last season they have like under 30 receptions. So they have like no real, like, they're not really in a groove, like even from last year. So like a lot of these guys just got to get into more practice, and if they can catch the ball and stay in bounds, you know, they can actually be a good team. But
yeah, I mean, one thing that's interesting, this is the first time in a while it seems that the holy trinity of Brady, Belichick, and Kraft, there's starting to be some you know, it looks like there's some rough. Yeah,
the division's opening up.
It looks like this might be one of those years that, you know, maybe finally you guys. I mean, the Bills made the playoffs last year, which was shocking.
Yeah.
But you know, it's probably gonna be one of those times where the Patriots are gonna. I mean, they had their franchise guy. They had Jimmy G.
Yeah, and they gave him away. I think if they kept him, they could have still been in like having like they would have basically had a younger Tom Brady.
And that's one thing that kind of worries me as a Giants fan. I think looking at us taking Saquon, who I love, he's a stud, instead of Darnold, that's gonna be one of those decisions like 10 years from now where you're gonna see where the franchise.
You get a quarterback. Yeah. You get to choose a quarterback. You know, when you go to the draft, you get like that first round pick.
Yeah.
You get like that high pick, first, second, third, or fourth pick. You get those like once every 10, 15 years. So like the Giants probably should have pulled the trigger on taking him, because Eli Manning's not going to last more than 5 years. And who are they going to have after that?
100%. I'm worried about him this upcoming season.
Yeah.
Also,
he's just lucky he has like reliable receivers.
So, you know, just sticking with the quarterback situation, because that's all people really want to hear about from the Jets, like what's going to go on with Darnold. How do you see them handling their 3 quarterbacks? Because they have Teddy Bridgewater, Josh McCown, who's known as a great, you know, veteran. He'll mold a young quarterback into a starter.
He has experience.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
And then also Sam Darnold out of USC, number 3 pick in the draft. So how do you see them handling those 3 QBs?
I think Teddy Bridgewater is a good addition. He's somebody that can actually play. He would be, you know, talks about him being traded to the Cowboys. He would be a great backup for the Cowboys. Like, Dak Prescott gets hurt, Teddy Bridgewater's a man. Like, he's going to get them through whatever they need, because when the Cowboys have a hurt quarterback after, like, Tony Romo leads them to the playoffs or whatever, and they get hurt or whatever, and they just crumble apart after that. They need somebody to just be able to back up, have a good backup. I mean, the Eagles did it last year, and they won a Super Bowl with it.
I was going to say the Cowboys, I think they have other things to worry about besides quarterback. Their wide receiving core is shot.
But if they
who's their number 1? Cole Beasley?
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God,
they don't have wide receiving. They have the same problem that most teams do. They just don't have that one guy that stands out. And the Eagles did the same thing, though. I mean, Nick Foles was their starting quarterback a couple of years ago. He's not a starting quarterback. He's a backup quarterback, and he did a great job, doing his job.
Put some respect on the man's name. You saw what he did.
He did a great job, but give credit to the coach. I give credit to the coach more than anybody, because
someone has to execute it. Come on now.
Carson Wentz did that for the full season. Nick Foles picked up the weight though, because he turned into a professional quarterback when he went onto the field and played in the Super Bowl and stuff like that. Nick Foles turned it on, but like if he had that, you know, all the time, he'd be that type of player. He just doesn't. Carson Wentz has that like just in him, I think.
Yeah, I think looking at the young crop of quarterbacks that are in the league right now, like first with the rookies.
Yeah.
I love Baker.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing that's keeping me from like, oh, he's going to be a bona fide.
He needs to grow up.
It just depends how Cleveland's going to handle him.
He's also got the same problem that a lot of like young guys do, is they're just immature too. I mean,
I don't think he's. You're talking about the crotch grab?
Not even that.
The police video, that was just stupid.
Yeah, I think he just needs to like realize like now he's in the NFL, even though he's on the Browns, it's still a joke of a team. He can make them not a joke, you know.
No, it's
if
true.
he decided to grow up and be a leader and not be the youngest guy on the team and act like he was the oldest, you know.
Yeah, but
it's all about the presence.
So what I was saying about this young crop of quarterbacks, I think Sam Darnold's a guy that's definitely not. He has no shot to bust, in my opinion. I think he has all the traits. He definitely has the physical tools. His only real problem coming out of college, maybe sometimes he tried doing a little too much.
He just needs to learn the playbook too.
He had a fumbling problem, but like someone like Kurt Warner, they showed you.
His throw's a little slow too. The way he like
his release.
Yeah, his release is a little slow because like you could see that coming. From a mile away.
But like I like him. Rosen, I think I like his game, but I don't really like. I guess it's the personality, how he carries himself. Yeah. I'm thinking someone like Baker. He's like a rah guy. Like people are gonna want to play for him. Yeah, someone like Rosen. I don't know if he could get a team behind him. He's good.
Rosen, you could compare Rosen's personality like Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
you ever seen him try to hype up his team?
Oh my! Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's go win this game on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's win this game. And then I was like,
But I think Darnold, Baker, Josh Allen, I don't like. I think he's just a big dummy with a strong arm, but it's not accurate. And then but Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. I think those are the guys. You heard what Jalen Ramsey said?
Watson's a beast.
He listed future MVP.
He listed every single quarter, like in a GQ interview. He listed every. Yeah, you heard what Eli said when he came back at him?
No, what did he say?
So he said Eli. He's like, oh yeah, Odell makes him. And then Eli was like, oh, who is that? Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. So that's the first game of the season for us. Should be interesting to see. So let's switch gears.
If Eli Manning doesn't know who Jalen Ramsey is, then I think he's gonna be surprised.
He'll definitely find out. It's a bad boy. All right, but we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna talk about the NBA now.
Love it.
Move over to this guy. Talk to me this upcoming season. MVP. We'll go one by one. Who's your MVP? I think this year. I think it's pretty clear who's gonna be the MVP this year.
Who?
You know who.
I want to say LeBron James.
That's who I want to say too.
LeBron.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
You know what I'm saying? That guy's something special.
You kind of look like him.
I'll take that.
Don't match.
Anyways.
No, but
LeBron.
I think he's gonna help those young guns grow a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think when you see with LeBron, he's going to be a leader for those guys. I think someone like Kuzma's going to. Well, he's already good, but he's going to step up his game.
I agree.
Anybody that plays with LeBron, their game elevates automatically. So that's what you have to think right away. You put a guy like LeBron on a team like that, the whole team is gonna just get better.
Yeah,
I agree.
What I don't understand. What were you saying?
I just think, I know it's the same thing that Rafael said. I just think his presence, though, his work ethic is going to make these guys want to try harder. I mean, you see somebody that goes in 7 in the morning to go practice, and practice at 10 and be like, holy shit, like this guy, like he puts in the work, like he's just a role model. And you see, he put in the work and he got what he deserved from it. He's like one of the greatest players. Some people think he's not. Some people think he's.
That was very inspirational.
But I just think
that was very inspirational what you just said.
I just think like he's gonna be a role model for the rest of the players on the team because they're young guys, So
of course,
if they're on a team with him for a year, 2 years, whatever, however long they're with him, they're gonna get better. They're gonna get smarter. What it really comes down
to with playing with LeBron, you're either gonna accept the scrutiny and all the hype and the public notion and all the. I was about to say the violence, but just like the hatred that gets spewed towards that man. Yeah. You're either gonna embrace it and ball, or you're just gonna Kyrie. He just, Kyrie
just couldn't handle
it at a certain point. All right, so let's move on from that. Wait, back to LeBron really quick. Did you see that ESPN, or was it like Vegas, where they said he was the favorite for the MVP, but they didn't think he was going to make the playoffs?
I actually did not see that.
That's stupid.
I saw something like that. It's ridiculous. Or like they're projecting the wins around was it around 45? Yeah, I think that's BS. All right, so
how could he do worse? Like how could he not go to the playoffs when he got to the playoffs with the Cavs?
Yeah,
it's too different.
It's different now.
It's too different.
Different team, the West.
But he's still LeBron.
But he has some players on that
still
team.
LeBron.
He has Lance Stevenson. He has Rondo. Those guys, they're all gonna mesh.
They're putting pieces together.
They're gonna mesh.
They're putting pieces together.
I will say
they're working out there in LA. That's what I can say.
I will say though, I don't think Luke Walton's gonna be there for a while.
I mean, it's
I
tough
think
to say.
LeBron.
It's tough to say.
I think LeBron needs a coach that, like, one that he'll respect, and two is like, if he says something to him, and
Back
he orders
off.
him to do something, like, it's not something like Ty Lue where everyone thought Ty Lue was a joke.
Yeah.
Whether he is or not, because before that, when he was an assistant coach with Boston, people respected him. But like when he was with LeBron, everyone was like, "All right, this is LeBron's team. LeBron's the GM." Blah blah blah. He needs a coach. Like, I would love to see him with Pop.
Might not be the coach, but I think Magic Johnson's got the respect from LeBron. I mean,
Yeah.
but he's not the coach, but he's still got the
that's one of
respect
the main
from LeBron. I
reasons.
think
That's how that mo- yeah,
it'll
that's
carry
how
it
that move
down.
even happened.
That's why he's there. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going the Brow.
I'm with you on this one. He's crazy. He's lengthy.
Pause.
He's yeah, you can pause for that one. He's crazy, bro. He's really athletic.
No, yeah.
He's a stopper for the team. He's basically their vocal point now. You know.
He definitely he could have won it last year. They gave it to Gobert, which I understand. But I think AD he's only gotten better and better every year. And people are talking this guy might be the third best basketball player in the world behind LBJ and KD. So I think this year is going to be the year that he just. I mean, I'm picking LeBron for MVP, but I'm picking him second for MVP because I think this is just one year. He just absolutely goes insane.
I mean, it's always up for grabs. I want to say LeBron, because in his 15-16 season, look at what he's doing. I feel like he got snubbed this year, but I'm not even gonna get into that.
Yeah. All right. So most improved.
Most improved.
So all the people last year.
Most improved.
Predicting.
Yeah,
Just try to think about maybe someone who went to a different team,
All
have
right.
a bigger role.
I got a good one.
Because most improved,
I gotta go. I'm gonna say Melo.
Melo.
Yeah, we got him.
No shot. Melo is not. I'm just kidding.
Just think about Oladipo.
He's not kidding, by the way.
He got that move to
Oladipo, I think.
And so, like, a lot of the times, the most improved, it's really just, whose numbers spiked the most.
Yeah,
more touches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's try to think of people that moved to different
give me some names. And I'll tell you right now, right off the bat.
People that moved to different teams. I'm trying to think about big names, too. I mean,
Kawhi, you think Kawhi is going to have some type of improvement? He hasn't even, I don't think he even tried when he was playing.
Kawhi's an all-star, so you really want to put him in.
Kawhi came in third in MVP voting, when he was actually playing.
Yeah.
So,
he's an
most improved is tough because a lot of times it comes out of nowhere. But let me think.
And it's an upcoming player most of the time.
You know who's someone who could take a huge jump in their game?
Most of the time.
But hasn't even reached we have Mitch on the camera right now. Shout out to Mitch.
Shout out to Mitch.
And he's seen him a bunch of times play.
Shout out to Little.
And now it's making me think of another guy too. But if Giannis could develop more of an offensive game where he's actually pulling up, because we've seen him play. All he wants to do is get to the cup. That's all he wants to do, and he wants to get to the foul line because no one can stop him.
If you could learn how to shoot.
If you played NBA 2K, no one can stop that man, Giannis. So that's making me think him and someone like Ben Simmons, if he could get a freaking jump shot. Oh my
hell
God.
Yeah.
For real.
I mean, those are big names, so it's hard.
If Ben Simmons can get a jump shot, it changes the game. I think he just becomes more versatile, becomes a different type of threat.
If he could get a jump shot, if he could stop going out with Kendall Jenner, I'd be perfect.
He's less predictable. Yeah.
I just think anyone who touches that family, the Kardashians, they're just setting themselves up for failure.
Except for Travis Scott.
It's a different ball game. All right, best coach,
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, we got him.
Best.
You've lost it. He's lost it.
Best coach. Fish. Best coach.
I think my opinion doesn't matter for best coach. I don't know who the best coach should be.
Best coach, man.
Did you just say D'Angelo Russell?
He said that.
Did you just say D'Angelo Russell?
That's what he said.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Oof. Best coach.
Best coach.
Think about.
I know D'Angelo Russell's.
Think about teams making the most of what they have.
I'm thinking.
List some coaches.
Last year went to Dwayne Casey in Toronto, correct?
That was nuts.
What about the year before that?
They gave it to him.
Yeah, right.
But he's a good coach, though. Good coach.
I'm thinking this year a coach maybe depends how good Philly gets. Maybe Brett Brown gets it.
Possibly.
Because that's a team that obviously you can't overlook them. They have JoJo and Ben Simmons, but I think it's a team with all the hype that's around the Celtics now. I think a lot of people are overlooking them.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe they're the team to be reckoned with.
I mean, they're a good team in the East now. They don't have. Not not to knock anything, but now that LeBron left, there's not too many teams that are. So
Now-
you want to put?
You know, well, I know what you mean, but I will say one thing too, and I've been saying this forever. I mean, you've been saying this forever, but the
Give it to
East
me.
is not as bad as people will make it seem.
No,
I think
it's
that's
not
such
as-
gas
Not
exaggeration.
It's
great
not as
either.
bad,
It's got a lot of
but
really crappy
LeBron-
teams on the East.
LeBron.
A lot of just like real good,
Listen,
real low lows
but
there.
all I'm gonna
Real
say,
low lows.
look at the West. Look at the West. Who was the third seed in the playoffs? Trailblazers. What happened? They got fucking swept off the floor
Yeah.
by the Pelicans.
It's true.
So I mean, you know, a lot of these teams, I think they go against certain guys like Drew Holiday. What he did to Dame, I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when these guys get matched up in the playoff series, like LeBron with the Raptors,
It happens.
the fakest 1 seed last year.
Yeah.
Just certain guys you go up against, you know. Also, we have to give love to Brad Stevens. He definitely could have won that award last year.
That's true. Shout out to Brad for that one.
You like Brad?
Yeah, I
Like what he's doing in Boston?
good guy.
All right, 6 man.
6 man.
I mean, who knows if Melo comes off the bench and he starts
Hey,
balling out.
now
You know,
we can shout out
I'm
Melo.
gonna give Melo some love.
Hey, shout out
if
Melo
he can
now.
embrace the 6-man
You know?
role,
I like this
think he
mellow
wins
love.
6-man.
Yeah.
I like this mellow love over here.
I mean, maybe. Thing is with him, he doesn't think that he should come off the bench, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe.
He should though.
But you never know.
I think he should.
Maybe Melo, he can do something. Maybe he got something up his sleeve, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe Melo should take a step back and go. Maybe I'm not a starter anymore. You know,
Yeah. All right.
play your part.
And last one we're going to talk about today, in my mind, I think it's rather obvious who's going to win this one because he's the most NBA ready rookie of the year.
Hami Diallo. Shout out to Hami real quick. 4-time with him.
Listen, Hamidou's good. I
Nah,
think he could definitely surprise, but he's just not going to get the burn right away.
Yeah.
That's
So-
2 votes for Hami.
He's not gonna get.
I agree.
But who do you think rookie of the year? The favorite. You know who I'm going with?
I know who you're going with. I just want to hear it.
Who am I going with?
I just want to hear it.
Luka Doncic.
Wow. Actually, I didn't know who you were.
Dallas. That guy is 18, 19, winning an MVP in the EuroLeague against grown men. I'm thinking, and that's not. This isn't like a Trae Young, like, you know, whatever, 6'1", 6'2". This guy's 6'8". He's a big body. I'm thinking he's the most NBA ready right now, and he'll just come naturally and come easy to him. I'm gonna show some love to Luka.
Okay.
I'll give you other names just to remind. I mean, DeAndre Ayton,
Aiden. Beast.
Bagley,
Beast.
Trae Young.
Trae Young. I'm gonna vote for Trae Young.
You think Trae Young rookie of the year?
I don't think so.
You're a fan
I
of the
just,
three ball?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Listen,
I'll just
Trae
put-
Young doesn't get my vote for rookie of the year until
There's
he
a
gets
lot of
some
point guards,
until he
man.
gets his hair situation.
Well, he's got all year.
Figured out.
He's got all year to figure it out. You
We're gonna
know.
need him alive. I think Aiden.
Aiden?
Yeah, Aiden's a big body. You know, he plays good. He's gonna dominate.
We'll see. We'll
He's
see.
gonna dominate this year. You know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Luka. Boys, I appreciate you coming on the show.
You know
Fish,
that,
I don't know
baby.
where the fuck you came with those. D'Angelo Russell for best
Don't worry
coach.
about it, don't worry.
Fish. Vincent, Vincent, I don't know where that came from. But we appreciate the football knowledge, as always.
You know
Just
that.
to sum it up, Jets are going to the Super Bowl. We're gonna win it. Sam Darnold's
It's
gonna
gonna be
be MVP.
Vincent's last appearance. But I'm Andrew Schauder,
Not true. It's not true.
Raphael, holla at your boy.
Vincent Casey.
and this is Sending Off Sports.